Did you hear about the cheetah that was disqualified from the Animal Olympics? Turns out he was found to have used performance-enhancing mice. Now, jokes aside, the cheetah is indeed the reigning sprinter in the animal kingdom. With a top speed clocking in at over 60 miles per hour, it's no wonder this feline speedster is the gold medalist of the wild. Let's take a moment to acknowledge the other contenders, though. Not far behind the cheetah, we have the pronghorn, also known as the second fastest land creature. And let's not forget the Dorcas gazelle, which might not bag the top spot but still puts the gaz in gazelle with its impressive speed. Now, you might be thinking, why would the pronghorn need to be so fast? It's not like there are cheetahs in North America for it to outrun. Well, it's because millions of years ago, there was a cheetah-like predator that the pronghorn had to evade. The predator is long extinct, but the pronghorn is still running like it's being chased. Talk about living in the past. And then we have the Dorcas gazelle, which, despite its dainty name, can outpace most predators in its African home. It's like that quiet, unassuming kid at school who turns out to be a track and field star. We see you, Dorcas gazelle, we see you. But this isn't just about speed for speed's sake. These animals depend on their swift feet for survival, whether it's to escape predators, hunt for food, or win the heart of a mate. So while we humans might get frustrated when we can't find our car keys, these animals are running the race of their lives every single day. So the next time you're feeling slow, just remember, you could be outrun by a moose. Why don't animals play hide and seek? Because good luck hiding when you're an ostrich sprinting across the plains. Let's talk about our speedy friends and their fascinating adaptations. Take the cheetah, for instance. This feline speedster can reach a top speed of up to 70 miles per hour. How does it do that? Well, it's not just about having 4 legs and a need for speed. A cheetah's spine is more like a coiled spring than a rigid pole, allowing it to stretch and contract with each stride, catapulting it forward like a furry 4-legged rocket. And those big nostrils aren't just for show. They suck in huge amounts of oxygen, fueling the cheetah's muscles for those high-speed chases. Imagine being able to breathe in enough air to fill a party balloon every time you take a breath. That's some serious lung power. But it's not just the cheetah showing us how it's done. The pronghorn antelope, although not as fast, still clocks in at impressive speeds thanks to its light frame and powerful hindquarters. Think of it as the marathon runner of the animal kingdom, able to maintain high speeds for longer distances. And let's not forget the ostrich, the sprinting superstar of the bird world. With long, muscular legs and a stride that can cover up to 16 feet, it's no wonder they don't bother flying. Their legs are so strong, in fact, they can deliver a kick powerful enough to take down a lion. Now that's what I call a leg day. These adaptations are more than just impressive feats of nature. They're crucial survival tools in the wild, where being fast can mean the difference between life and death. So if you've been feeling a little winded after climbing the stairs, don't feel bad. You're just not equipped with a cheetah's lungs. What do you call a fast animal with a save me sign? A speed-endangered species? Now, we're not just spinning puns here. This is a real issue that our world is facing. It's something we need to address, even as we chuckle at the irony of it all. Our speedy critters, as fast as they are, can't outrun the threat of extinction. Recently, world leaders came together and made a landmark agreement. They decided to protect 30% of the world's lands and oceans by the end of the decade. Yes, you heard that right, 30%. That's almost a third. It's like they're saying, "Hey, Speedy Gonzales, we've got your back." This agreement wasn't just a casual chat over tea and biscuits. It was a serious meeting during a UN Biodiversity Summit in Montreal, known as COP15. The leaders highlighted the urgent need to address the link between nature conservation and the climate crisis. They identified industries such as farming, fishing, logging, mining, and fossil fuel extraction as the main culprits behind nature destruction. The deal includes targets for reducing pesticide use, fertilizer runoff, and toxic chemicals. It also involves phasing out harmful subsidies. All these efforts are geared towards creating a more sustainable environment for our fast friends and all other critters out there. But here's the kicker. They are planning to mobilize $200 billion annually to support these conservation efforts. That's a lot of zeros. Wealthy nations are committing to spend $30 billion per year by 2030. It's like they're saying, money talks and we're going to make it speak for the animals. Despite these ambitious goals, challenges remain. Meeting these targets isn't a walk in the park. It's more like a sprint in the savannah. But every step, every stride counts. So, as we marvel at the speed and agility of these incredible creatures, let's not forget the threats they face. Because if we don't act now, we might lose them forever. And that's a race we definitely don't want to win. Remember, even the fastest animals can't outrun habitat loss. Why did the human cross the road? To help the zebra get to the other side safely, of course. Now, you may be thinking, I can't outrun a zebra, let alone a cheetah. How can I help? Well, it turns out that speed isn't everything when it comes to preserving our fast friends and their habitats. Firstly, we can support conservation efforts. Recently, world leaders agreed to protect 30% of our planet's lands and oceans by the end of the decade. This initiative could provide a lifeline for our speedy friends, but it needs our backing. Secondly, we can switch to more sustainable practices. Many of the threats to these animals stem from industries like farming, logging, and mining. By choosing to support businesses that prioritize sustainable practices, we can help reduce the impact on these animals' habitats. Thirdly, we can contribute financially. Conservation efforts need funds to operate. Donating to organizations that protect wildlife and their habitats can make a real difference. And if you can't outrun a cheetah, maybe your money can. Finally, we can educate ourselves and others. Understanding the challenges these animals face and the steps we can take to help is crucial. So share this video with your friends and family. Let's start a conversation about our fast friends in the animal kingdom and how we can help them. Remember, while we might not be able to race against a gazelle or outpace an ostrich, we can certainly do our part to ensure these incredible creatures continue to sprint across our planet's diverse landscapes. So, while we may not be able to outrun a cheetah or a pronghorn, we can certainly do our part to help them keep running for generations to come. So, what have we learned today? Besides the fact that we'd lose in a foot race to a moose? Well, for starters, we've discovered that the animal kingdom is full of speed demons that could give Usain Bolt a run for his money. From the cheetah, the world's fastest land animal, to the surprisingly swift zebra, the variety and versatility of these creatures are nothing short of awe-inspiring. We've learned about the unique adaptations that allow these animals to reach such breakneck speeds. Take the pronghorn, for example, with its large lungs and powerful heart, or the ostrich, with its long, muscular legs. It's fascinating to realize that every creature is perfectly tuned to its environment and lifestyle, right down to the very last detail. But it's not all fun and games. We've also delved into the serious side of things, exploring the threats that these speedy critters face. From habitat loss to climate change, our fast friends are in danger, and it's up to us to help. We've looked at how the world leaders are stepping up, aiming to protect 30% of the world's lands and oceans by the end of the decade. An ambitious goal, but one that is necessary to preserve the breathtaking biodiversity of our planet. Remember, every little bit helps. Whether it's supporting sustainable practices, donating to wildlife conservation, or simply spreading awareness, your actions can make a real difference. To wrap things up, let's leave you with a thought. Next time you're in your car, consider this. You're sharing the planet with creatures that can outrun your vehicle. Makes you see the world a little differently, doesn't it? Remember, the animal kingdom is full of amazing creatures, and some of them could probably outrun your car. So let's do our part to make sure they have a place to run. Thanks for watching, and stay speedy, my friends.